You know what I realized too, this thought came to my mind is that a lot of people, they would say, but this is what I do and this is what I've always done.
Yeah.
It's like we are not, and I come to learn this, we are not tied to what we have always done. We're not tied to our story of yesterday.
Right.
Like we can definitely change and redirect ourselves and change our story and like do what we want to do. Welcome to TheirTalk, a space where two unique voices come together to share real stories and spark meaningful conversations.
Join us as we dive into life moments, big and small, offering advice, insight, and a whole lot of heart.
This is TheirTalk. Let's talk.
So, have you seen Portia? Her Phaedra, the trip to Lagos?
I mean, I saw them at the airport. That's all I seen. Like, because the shade room posted that with their outfit. I mean, they were cute though.
They showed up, and I love that they did that because they're showing different parts of Africa. You know, it's like when people think about Africa, they think like we're all living in huts.
Oh yes,
it's not even good at all. Nowadays, Africa is a travel destination.
Yeah,
it definitely like Lagos and stuff. And even the travel agent that Portia used, she puts together like a whole plan. Like all you gotta do is just like show up, and she have like a whole schedule, a whole agenda with events and stuff. Like
awesome.
She can even like help hire you a stylist, like if you want to do all that. Like,
yeah.
No, but it's like she has it all down packed.
That's awesome. Africa, I tell it, one of my biggest dreams is always to travel. I can't wait when I can actually do that. Just travel the world and see. You can see the world. So the world is so big.
It's so much.
It's so
to
big.
See. It's
I
so
can't
much.
wait though. I can't wait till I'm at that point.
And all the different cultures and stuff. Not only just Africa. Like for me, I know I want to go to like Greece.
Yeah.
Like Italy.
I want to go to Paris.
I want to go to Bali. I just want to go. Just take me.
I want to go to Paris. Definitely.
Yes.
I don't know how to speak French, but I'll go.
Girl, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out when we get there.
Yeah.
But there's just so much to see, and I don't want to just be closed-minded.
Right. Just stick to Africa, right?
Our normal. No, I'm just talking about like our normal routine and our normal like jobs and like life. It's like there's so much more that God has created. Like, let's go see the earth.
Let's do it.
Let's explore.
Yeah, that kind of really tie into what you were telling me about, right? About just sticking to one thing and feeling.
Speaking of sticking to one thing,
right?
So I'm at a crossroad in my life where I'm tired of feeling stuck. And I was talking to one of my other girlfriends about it, and she was saying like she feels stuck the same way in the same situation, the same lifestyle. And I'm like, how many of us are out here really just feeling stuck doing the same thing every day,
right?
Working the same job, like just not like going outside of our routine and just feel like we're on autopilot,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can definitely relate. I can relate with the job. I can relate with like our daily routine. Like recently, I actually felt so stuck with my daily routine. I think I may have like mentioned it to you at some point. I felt stuck, and I knew I needed to do something because I could feel it inside. Like, girl, you need to change something. Like, we need to do something different. So what I did was sometimes just changing a little, just something small from your routine, and it just make you feel so accomplished, and then it just change the whole situation for you. So what I did for me when I first stuck with my routine, I like changed my routine around a little bit. So what normally I go to the gym after work. And sometimes when I get up work, I be tired, and then I be like, I'll do it tomorrow, and then I don't go. So what I did, I changed that where I woke up I get up now 5 a.m. go to the gym.
That's discipline.
I know.
That is discipline and dedication, and I love that for you.
Yeah, girl. Like if you were to tell me that like a year, 2 years, or so ago, I would say you crazy, because one of my girlfriends told me that too, because she and I had the same conversation now. Just telling her that I would love to go to the gym, but I just don't have the time, And then she was telling me, she was like, me, my mom, and my sister, they don't live together, but they will get up before work. She told me, she said, we'll get up, we'll do Pilates like online together. She said, why don't you get up and go work out before work? I like, girl, you're crazy. I like, you want me to like disturb my sleep? I like, you're crazy. And now I can do it, and I feel so accomplished when I'm up and everyone's sleeping, I like, look how
Yes,
big go. I feel so better.
You're out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes that change just a little thing. And
Yeah. I know for me, I would say when I was 19, I got pregnant with my son.
yeah.
I had him, but the person I had him with, the relationship was always so like unstable to begin with. We
Right.
started off on an unstable ground. It just wasn't meant to be. But I had my son, and when I got pregnant with him, I know, being African.
Yeah.
After you graduate high school, you go off to college.
Yes.
You get a job. You know,
Yeah, that too.
right? Or at least do nursing. Something
yes,
medical
a
field. So, but nobody wanted me to have him. I remember having a conversation with family members. It was like, why don't you just, abort him?
Man, people
But I
tell you
told
that?
yes,
Family?
yes, family member. Nobody wanted me to have him.
Like older
And
people?
especially-
Or younger people? Adults?
Adults, older people.
Wow.
Yeah. And I remember feeling like, okay, I feel stuck. What am I gonna do? I'm in this unstable relationship. I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do? Like, it was just like, what am I gonna do? Like, just
Right.
me trying to find this control and me knowing it was
Right.
just. Anyways, fast forward. I have my son, and we continue with the relationship, which was not the best. But
Sometimes you want to make it work.
yeah, but I told myself that what I'm gonna do is that whether or not I feel stuck, I'm just gonna go.
Right.
All I have to do is just go, and then hopefully things are gonna fall into place
Right.
for me. So I stayed. Fast forward, I stayed into the relationship, and then I had my daughter almost 3 years after.
Man, not
the
the
same
two.
person, yes, with this too. But the relationship, it was full of just a lot of volatile, a lot of like abuse, a lot.
Like physical or emotional or both?
It was both.
Oh man, girl, I'm
it was
sorry.
both, yeah.
Damn.
So, but there was a situation that happened, and it happened in front of the children, and I told myself, this is enough.
Right.
I don't know how I'm going to pay these bills by myself. I don't know how I'm going to continue on, but you know what? I have to do what is best for me, and I have to do what is also best for my children,
Right.
because I don't want them growing up in this cycle.
Right.
And so, broke the relationship off. Now I'm a single mom with 2 kids. I'm working a job that I don't like. Is like the job that I was working at. It was around just all females. And with females, sometimes the
drama.
energy is like. So I'm just like, okay, God, what am I going to do?
Right.
And so I ended up leaving the job, not even knowing which direction I was gonna go.
That's bold.
It was very bold. But you know what? I realized it was one of the best decisions I made.
Wow.
Because with leaving and encouraging myself that there is more, like I was able to continue on. I found a better job that was paying a little bit better. I found people who will help me with childcare, like things just like God was just like, okay, you did this, all right, let me bless you with this, let me give you this, because you found the courage to go.
Right.
And I think with a lot of us feeling stuck, I think it's just we have to have that courage and let go of the fear.
Yeah.
We have to let go of the fear, because like I always say, outside of the fear is everything we want.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm really proud of myself to be where I am, and knowing that just because I feel stuck don't mean I can't go.
Right. That's true.
And
that's true. Like there's a saying, what if the kid you are afraid of had the treasure that you're looking for, that you want. You know what I mean? And fears, I feel like feeling stuck, it have to do our inner self just talking to us, letting us know it's time to move on to the next stage. There's more in here, we gotta do more, and then fear will come in, and then we'll start to negotiate with ourselves.
Exactly.
Most of the time, I had done it too, speaking about the whole being in a relationship and not working out and not knowing how you're going to make it on your own. That was my situation. I was in a relationship for 4 years. It was not, there was no abuse, there was nothing like that, but it was not love. It was not we was two complete different people. But we just having to kind of try to make it work because there was a child involved. So I was like, okay, because one of my biggest fear was being a single mom. I never wanted to be a single mom.
Yes.
I am not being a single mom out here. So I am gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. And then it was just, and I just felt stuck in there. Like sometimes I would look at myself in the mirror, like, who is this person? Like I don't even recognize who I was. I started changing. Like because I just didn't know. Like I was so afraid to leave because I didn't know I could afford being on my own. Like just leaving and living by myself and the living expenses and the job that I had. Like I don't think I can do this with a kid by myself.
Do you remember what triggered that emotion to change?
Every day when I woke up, the sad, it's not even sad but funny. I don't know if it's funny. Honestly, it was like it was almost like every morning when I woke up, reality hit. Yeah. So when I woke up, I was in the shower. I just wake up, and just like I'm in the same place. I'm still here, and nothing is changing. And I'm not happy here. And I just knew that I was not happy. And I just knew that I know what I wanted. And I know what I wanted for my life, and I knew this is not it.
Sometimes we really just got to listen to ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, like we have to listen to that instinct because I feel like a lot of times, like we know that we don't want it. It's because it's our soul is not settled with us. We're not happy. And you know, especially when it comes to relationship and jobs and stuff like that, because I feel like that's what a lot of us deal with. We have to honestly do what makes us feel happy. Right. Because this life that we're living is so tomorrow is not promised at all. And it's so short because God forbid. Yeah. You know, something happens and you don't have to tomorrow, you know? Right. Do what you love to do right now. Right. You know, like
but fear is the problem, and you know there are many ways people can conquer fear. Like you can't conquer fear by like facing it. Think about a kid. Like normally when the kids they are afraid of something, they keep looking back at it. Like sometimes when you're afraid of the dark, when you lay down, like for me, I used to be afraid of the dark. When I would face my closet, I make sure all doors are closed, and I would face the door just in case something coming through that door. But the only way that you're gonna get over that is going through that door and then recognizing that there's nothing there.
And honestly, it is all in our mind. Yeah. It is. The moment you decide to change your mindset about being fearful and about like not wanting to change or get outside of your comfort zone, it's the moment like you have that courage, that natural courage, that natural strength that is within you already. Right. Like it you can put it to use, you know, because like. It's not normal for us to be living in fear of, or for us to be feeling stuck. Right. We didn't come here for that. Right. We all have a purpose to live, and I feel like we all need to embrace our purpose and live within our purpose. Like you said, the gym, right? Yeah. I can also relate. Yeah. I decided I want to work out every day. I'm going to the gym every day. Even my body's telling me, girl, you need to sit down, you're tired. No, because I know the moment I get to that gym, all of that is going to go out the window and I'm going to feel so much better after, you know? Yeah. And that's the same thing with like leaving that job I was telling you about. Yeah. After I left that job, I felt so much better and I felt so much lighter on my feet. Yeah. And now I look back, I'm like, girl, what was you so afraid of? I know. You know?
You know, I guess we are all human and we all had the same human experience, right? Yeah. Because what you're talking about, I've gone through the same thing. Yeah. For me, I was stuck at I felt stuck at a job for like 8 years. It's because I felt so comfortable.
8 years of your time.
Yeah, I felt so comfortable. It was not. It's not like it was like horrible, right? But I just knew that I needed to grow. It was a change. Just staying there. I was not growing just in that same position or doing the same thing over and over. But you know, you get used to people, you get used to the environment, and it becomes like a home, second nature. You don't want to leave it, but you know that deep down that you know there got to be more than this. Yeah. So, but you don't want to take that step. Like I finally took that step and got a different job. It was completely different industry, different field. Wow. Obviously, it was not easy. Yeah, obviously it was not easy because you had to get to learn new systems. Learn new systems. Get to know new people. It was not, but. I'm so glad I did it. Sometimes you just have to take that step forward. And
it's sometimes like you just said, like it's the first step. Yeah. Just take that first step. Yeah. You know, get outside of your comfort zone and know that everything is gonna be okay because it has to be okay. Right. You know, going back to our purpose, like even, you know, what I really feel about nowadays is that we all lack the ability to see past our current situation.
Right.
We think that what is happening right now is what is going to be forever.
Right.
But just think back to 5 years ago, the worst place that you was at, like thinking like you're not going to get out of it.
Right.
But look at you now.
Right.
Like now it's like, whoa, wow. Like
Yeah.
I did not have to be that fearful.
I think
It's all in the mind. It's all a
Our
perpetual
mind.
mind, you
Right.
know?
So I think the thing is, you can look at fear, you can look at it from like, what if in a positive or what if in a negative. And most of us will look at it what if in a negative.
Yeah.
But if you look at it what if in a positive, what if I leave the job, what I'm gonna get gonna be
Right.
better. What if it's gonna open new door for me instead of saying what if it's so bad, what if it's so horrible,
Right.
what if I get fired,
Right.
and then you're not gonna
Yeah.
not gonna move, you're gonna
You-
stay.
You gotta change your voice. Like, but what if it's the best choice I made?
Right.
What if this job, I'm gonna meet someone that's gonna propel me into
Yeah.
my destination, the place I'm supposed to be?
Yeah.
What if?
What if my destiny helper is there? They're waiting for me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's,
Yeah. No, but fear is definitely the chokehold that hold us back from feeling stuck. And
Yeah.
you know, we've got to just
Yeah.
go into the unknown.
Yeah. And sometimes you just gotta be willing to sacrifice, like, you know,
Yeah.
because it
That-
will take sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your comfortability,
Yeah.
definitely have to get that up, because
Yeah.
like you can't want to change and want to be comfortable at the same time, because
Right.
with change comes uncomfortability.
It's true. You know, he said
Yeah.
life is a gift, and there's no life without being uncomfortable or
Yeah.
without pain, right? And sometimes before you can sit on the table of success, you gotta go through the door of pain.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you gotta go through that
Yes.
difficult door to sit on that table because it doesn't come free sometimes. So,
Yeah, sometimes that pain definitely feels unbearable.
Yeah.
And you know what? That should give you a clue to even keep going, because
Right.
the body is going to fight against it, and you have to know, like, okay, I'm doing something right because I'm feeling it more heavy.
Right.
You know, it's like, it's trying to, like that, it's trying to hold me back, and it's like, no, I don't want to be held
It's
like
almost
this.
like
Let me go.
It almost like when you go to the gym, right? When you're feeling it the next day, and you're like, oh yes, it's
That's
working.
literally like the muscle have to feel the pressure and the pain to
Yeah.
break it down in order to be built back up stronger. That's
Right.
literally what it is if you look at it from that perspective, for sure. But no, what I would definitely say is that, again, go past the fear and know that there's more for
Right.
you. There's definitely more for all of us, and we can all do what we want to do if we decide to.
Right.
And it's in the deciding that you have to stay committed to you. Because remember, the world is going to fail you, but don't fail yourself. Like, let everybody say what they want to say. If you want to do what you want to do, do it.
Right.
You know, if
Yeah.
you don't want to work that job you're stuck at,
Yeah.
don't work there.
Right.
Trust me, there's always going to be money to be paid, and that job will replace you so fast
In
if
a
something
second.
happens to you.
Yeah.
Your happiness is what matters.
Right.
You know, and for me, I at this point, I'm gonna take my own advice. My happiness matters,
So-
and I'm no longer living for anybody. I'm
Right.
just going.
Yeah.
I'm going, no matter where I end up. Long as I'm going, because I
Right.
know if I don't go, I'm gonna be stuck
Yeah.
and have that feeling of like just nothing happening.
Yeah.
You know, and I just don't want that feeling of nothing happening.
Right. So I had a moment like recently. So our
Yeah.
mentor, he was like talking to us, and then he asked us, because he was teaching us. So he did ask us. He began the class by asking us. He said, "What is if you are given a day? You know, they said today is your last day on earth. What will you do? What will you
Yeah.
do?" And my answer surprised me. I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
But it came out, and I said, "Oh wow!" I said, "I would do everything that I'm afraid to do."
Wow.
Yeah, I
That
said
is
I
very
literally
wise.
yes, I literally would do everything that I'm afraid to do because I'm gonna die anyway. And then he said, why not live every day like it's your last? So
Yeah.
I'm not sitting there and like all these things that I'm afraid of. Like I'm sitting there, I'm like,
Wait, just give me an example. What would you do?
you
if
know
today
what?
was
I
your
thought
last?
I was some crazy stuff, right? I said I'll go bungee jumping, I'll go skydiving, I would do these things.
Yeah.
Most like these fun things that
Yeah.
I remember when I was in college. My friend, they went skydiving. I said, I'm not coming. I told them it's a white people's sport because my girls didn't know me. We would talk trash all the time. So because the whole white, I told them, I said, it's a white people's sport. You gotta go, and I would stay.
Yeah.
So now I regret it. I wish I had gone because I was afraid to do that. I didn't get that experience. So I would like just do things that I feel like every time I want to do it, and I would like don't do it.
Yeah.
If you're scared, I would do those things. Yeah.
You know, that's a really good way to look at it, because even what we're just talking about, the traveling, like I want to travel. I want to see there is more to what is on our day to day. There's so much more. For me personally, I want to experience different cultures. I want to meet new people. I want to like try different food. I know it sounds so cliche, but that really matters. For me, that's living.
Yeah.
I want to live. I don't just want to work for somebody who is going to replace me in a heartbeat and who does not value me. I have to know that I value my time and I value myself, and like I just have to do better for me.
For me, how I handle like not being stuck is just facing the fear. And some people will use faith. You know what I mean? And those Christians, they will use faith to get to unstuck, right? Because they will believe that there's a higher power over there that can help them through whatever the situation is. You know, for me, I remind myself I even use Jesus as an example, right? I said, when he knew his last day was coming, he prayed because he knew the pain that he was going to endure, right? And then he asked his disciple, pray for me too. He came back, he saw them sleeping. He was not happy about it. And the guys, I'm stressed right now. I'm in distress because when you pray for me, you're not. And then on his last day, when he was going through the pain, he prayed, he cried out to God. He said, take this pain away from me, but let your will be done. And after he took the cross, now he made it to heaven, sitting on the right hand, of God, right? So sometimes you have to go through this very difficult moment in order to get to where you are going. I'm actually very proud of you for the first example that you showed me. Like you just left the job while you knowing that, so that's a great way to handle, sometimes to handle those not being stuck. Just taking that bold steps, and just taking, sometimes them changing just a little bit of something in your routine. For me, like what I just told you about the gym, and just changing things around, it kind of give you a whole new mindset. It clear your mind, and you can start to look at life, in a different way. And then you feel that you have conquered something, you want to do something else. You know what I mean? So just little by little, before you know it, you change all the things that you're afraid to change while you're recognizing it. So that would be the only advice I can give you, because I know you're already doing everything that you're supposed to be doing anyways. You know what I mean? So as it relates to the job, if you're at a job where you feel like, oh, I don't want to leave, I want to leave, but I'm scared to leave, but I don't know what is out there. Just try it. Try it.
You know what I realized too, this thought came to my mind, is that a lot of people, they would say, but this is what I do, and this is what I've always done.
Yeah.
It's like we are not, and I come to learn this, we are not tied to what we have always done. We're not tied to our story of yesterday.
Right.
Like we can definitely change and redirect ourselves and change our story and like do what we want to do.
Right.
Oh, and another thing I forgot to share with you, it dawned on me yesterday as I was thinking about this conversation. I was at work and I seen this older couple walk by.
Right.
And I had seen her, and it dawned on me, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be that older couple. I'm gonna be that older lady that's gonna walk by one day. But did I do everything that I want to do to get up to this point?
Right.
And so with that also, it encourages me to go after what I want to do and forget about the fear.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want to live my life this far, doing what I don't want to do, or being with I don't want to be with, who is not best for me.
Right. Well, you're scared.
And because I'm scared, and now I'm like this old lady. Now I'm like, I really can't do much, But I thank you for the advice, and I really like talking to you because I love the perspective that you give to the conversation and stuff.
Same here too. And you got to always remember we are the author of our own life.
Yes.
So if it doesn't work, you can change your story. So if this is a
Rewrite.
story you want,
Yes.
rewrite it.